Good morning, students. Today we will discuss another topic, hypothesis test concerning the difference between two population parameters. So up to now we have seen a hypothesis test about the single population parameters like population means and population proportions. In the same way we can test for two population means. So here we can take two samples from the one population and we will test for their equality, and we will draw their population means and we will test for their population means. Here we will discuss with the two populations. Okay. So for that, when n is greater than 30, that is sample size is greater than 30, when we know that we have to perform the Z statistics. Okay. So for these types of problems, what is the Z formula? Z equal to, so x1 minus x1 bar minus x2 bar minus mu1 minus mu2 by sigma 1 square by n1 plus sigma 2 square by n2 square root. Okay. So in this using this formula we can use the Z statistic. Okay. So here we will assume that in the null hypothesis we will assume that this mu1 and mu2 are equal. Here this mu1 and mu2 are nothing but here difference between the two population means. Mu1 is nothing but the population means. Since we are using two populations, that's why we have called it as mu1 and mu2. So mu1 is the mean of first population, mu2 is the mean of second population. Like that only we will take two samples from two different populations. So that's why these samples are x1 bar and x2 bar. So these are difference between the two sample means, and these are the difference between two population means. And here sigma 1 square and sigma 2 square is the variance of population 1 and variance of population 2 respectively. And here the sample sizes are represented as n1 and n2, sample sizes from population 1 and population 2 respectively. So here in this problem, first we have to create a null hypothesis that h0 is mu1 is equal to mu2. There is no, that means there is no difference between the two population means. That means we assume that they are equal and proceed with the problem. So we will calculate according this formula, and we will find out the calculated value, Z value, and we will compare it with the table value. So if the table value if the calculated value lies in the rejected region, then we will reject the null hypothesis, otherwise we accept the null hypothesis. So in that way we can calculate this type of hypothesis test also. So I will show you one problem how this particular test will be done. So in this example, a potential buyer wants to decide which of the two brands of electrical bulbs he should buy, as he has to buy them in bulk. So as a specimen he buys 100 bulbs of each of the two brands A and B. So on using these bulbs he finds that brand A has a mean life of 1200 hours with a standard deviation of 50 hours, and brand B has a mean life of 1150 hours with a standard deviation of 40 hours. Do the two brands differ significantly in quality? So use the level of significance as 0.05. So here the buyer wants to purchase two brands electrical bulbs in bulk. So he observed that brand A mean life is that much and standard deviation is this much. Brand B's life is like this and standard deviation is like this. So here the sample size is 100. So here we have to find out using this particular Z statistic, because it's greater than 30. N is greater than 30. That's why we have to use this Z statistic. So here we will mu1 and mu2 we will take it as a population mean life of brand A bulbs and population mean life of brand B bulbs. X1 bar is a sample mean life of brand A which is equal to 1200 hours. Sample mean life of brand B is 1150 hours. So sigma 1 is a standard deviation of brand A 50 hours and sigma 2 is equal to standard deviation of brand B 40 hours. So N1 is equal to 100 and N2 is equal to 100. So first we will formulate the null hypothesis as mu1 is equal to mu2. Here we can assume that the two brands do not differ significantly in quality. Both are equal. So and the null hypothesis exactly same, mu1 is not equal to mu2. So and we will substitute all the values in this equation. So x1 bar minus x2 bar minus mu1 minus mu2 by, this can be, we can call it as sigma x1 bar minus x2 bar. So here we are substituting mu1 minus mu2 because here we have taken as mu1 is equal to mu2. So that's why mu1 minus mu2 becomes 0 here. So that's why we got this. So here we will substitute all the values here and we got z equal to 7.81. And here we have to test it for two-tailed test because in the null hypothesis we have taken not equal to value. So that's why here we have to perform the two-tailed test. Here we are given with the level of significance as alpha is equal to 0.05. So alpha by 2 is equal to 0.025. So we have already shown this in the table. So at alpha is equal to 0.025, the value of z is equal to plus or minus 1.96. If you have any doubts, please observe in the previous video. And the calculated value is z equal to 7.81. So here we have to draw like this. So minus 1.6 and plus 1.6. So beyond these values are rejected regions and this is the accepted region. But our calculated value z equal to plus 7.81 lies here, 7.81. So which falls under rejection region. So we reject the null hypothesis and accept the alternative hypothesis. So here we can calculate or conclude that two brands differ significantly in quality. So in this way we can calculate with the two population means. Okay. So next, in the same way, so we can test for difference between two proportions also. Two proportions. Here we are discussing with two population parameters. Population parameters means population mean, population proportion and population variance. So we will test all these things in this particular class. Okay. So two proportions. We have already discussed with the single proportion and now we are discussing with the two proportions. So when n is greater than 30, we have to take the Z test. So for the proportions we will use this formula, P1 bar minus P2 bar minus P1 minus P2 by P bar into 1 minus P bar into 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. So here P bar is equal to, how we will calculate the P bar means N1 P bar plus N2 P bar divided by N1 plus N2. So where P1 and P2 represent population parameters and P1 bar P2 bar represent sample proportions and N1 N2 represent the sample sizes. So here also we have a problem to illustrate this particular test. So you obtain a large number of components to an identical specification from two sources. You may notice that some of the components are from the supplier's own plant in Pune and some are from the plant located in Bangalore. So you would like to know whether the proportions of defective components are the same or there is a difference between the two. So here we are retrieving some components from two places. One is from Pune and the other one is from Bangalore. Here we are testing the defective components. Here we are testing the percentage of defective components from the two places. They are same or they are different. That we have to calculate. You take a random sample of 600 components from each plant. So from Pune 600 components we will take, from Bangalore we will take 600 components, and find the rejection rate, that is P1 bar is equal to 0.015 for Pune components as compared to P2 bar is equal to 0.017 for Bangalore components. Set up the null hypothesis and test it for 5% level of significance. So here P1 is nothing but population proportion and P2 is nothing but population proportion of defective components in Bangalore. So P1 bar is equal to, we will take it as 0.015 and P2 bar is equal to 0.017 and N1 is equal to 600 and N2 is equal to 600. So here we will substitute all these values in the given equation. First we will take that H naught is equal to P1 is equal to P2. As in the case of population means also, we have assumed that the two population means are same. Here in this problem also the two population proportions are same. That means there is no difference in the rejection rates of components from Pune and Bangalore. So they are all equally defective. So H1 is equal to P1 is not equal to P2. So here we will calculate using this formula, P1 bar minus P2 bar minus P1 minus P2 by square root of P bar into 1 minus P bar 1 by N1 plus 1 by N2. Here we have to calculate the P bar. So P bar can be calculated using the formula N1 P bar plus N2 P bar by N1 plus N2. So here we got P bar as 0.016. We will substitute all these values and we will get Z equal to minus 0.0276. So here also we have to perform the two-tailed test because we have taken not equal to in the null hypothesis. So here 0.05 we are given with level of significance is equal to 0.05 and we have to calculate alpha by 2. So then we will get 0.025 and at z alpha is equal to 0.025, the region is, that means the table value is plus or minus 1.96. we have already discussed. So plus or minus 1.96 here we have to plot in this graph. So this beyond these limits we are getting the rejection region and this is the acceptance region, and our calculated value Z equal to minus 0.0276 lies here, that is in the here, this is the acceptance region. So that's why we have to accept the null hypothesis, and we will conclude that there is no difference in the rejection rates of components from Pune and Bangalore plants. They are equally are defective. So in that way we can calculate the population proportion also. So next we will see another test. Up to now we have seen the Z test and T test also in the classroom. So next we will see how to perform the F test. So if you are given with the population means and population proportions, so we are good enough to take the Z test and T test. But if we are given with variances, so then we have to make use of F test. Here we have to make use of F test. So in some cases we have to check whether the two independent populations have the same variability or not. So for this purpose we use F test, which measures the ratio of the two sample variances. So here we have to take this formula F test to perform F test. F is equal to S1 square by S2 square. So S1 square is equal to variance of sample 1, S2 is equal to variance of sample 2. So here we have to take 2 degrees of freedom. So for the numerator we will take N1 minus 1. Here N1 represents the size of sample 1, and for the denominator we have to take N2 minus 1, that where N2 represents the sample size of the sample 2. So we will do with an example. So suppose a company manufacturing light bulbs is using two different processes A and B. the life of the light bulbs of process A has a normal distribution with mean mu1 and standard deviation sigma 1. So similarly for process B, it is mu2 and sigma 2. The data pertaining to the two processes are given below. Sample A and sample B. Sample A is N1 is equal to 16, N2 is equal to 21. So X1 bar is equal to 1200 hours and S1 is equal to 60 hours. X2 bar is equal to 1300 hours and S2 is equal to 50 hours. So here we have to test for variability. So we have to test the hypothesis that the variability of the two processes is the same or not. If we want to test for variability, then we have to go for F test. Which type of test we have to take, that depends upon the type of the problem. If we want to test it for population means, then we will go for Z test or T test according to the size of the problem. So when we want to test for variability, then we have to take F test. So here in this formula we will substitute all these things. First, null hypothesis. So there is no difference between the two sample variances or two population variances. Sigma 1 square is equal to sigma 2 square. So and alternative hypothesis as sigma 1 square is not equal to sigma 2 square. So and we are given with level of significance alpha is equal to 0.02505. So here we will perform all these values and calculations, calculated value. So here we have to take the F table. I will show you F table. So this is the F table, F distribution table. So here alpha is equal to 0.05. So in the top we will have degrees of freedom for numerator, and here we will have degrees of freedom for denominator. So here how we will calculate the degrees of freedom means n1 minus 1, n2 minus 1, n1 minus 1, n2 minus 1. So we have to subtract 1 from the sample size. So here we are given with the sample size as n1 is equal to 16. For numerator, the degrees of freedom is n1 is equal to 15. 16 minus 1 is equal to 15. And n2 is equal to 21. So 21 minus 1 is equal to 20. So here table value, degrees of freedom for numerator is 15, for denominator is 20, at alpha is equal to 0.025. So here so numerator 50, 15 and here 20, denominator as 20. Numerator 15, denominator 20, which gives us 2.20. So this is the value. So 2.20. This we have to take as calculated value. So F is equal to 2.20. So we have to compare it with the calculated value. Calculated value is 1.44 and the table value is 2.20. So therefore we accept the null hypothesis since the calculated value is less than the table value. So we conclude that there is no significant difference in the variability of the two samples. So in this, okay, thank you students. We will meet in the next video to discuss another concept, chi-square distribution. Thank you.